Imagine a fish that can breathe air and survive buried in mud for months and maybe even years. Meet the African lungfish. This is a species so ancient that it's been around for almost 400 million years, long before mammals lived and long before dinosaurs walked the earth. The lungfish has found a way to live between two worlds, water and air, and it's barely changed since. The lungfish lives in floodplains and shallow rivers across West and Central Africa, places that swing between flooding and drought. And when the water disappears, most fish die or move away, but not this one. It stays put and it waits. Unlike most fish, the African lungfish has lungs, real ones like ours. It still has gills for water breathing, but it must come up to the surface every so often to gulp air or it will drown. That air breathing ability is the secret to its survival when the seasons turn harsh. The lungfish lives in rivers and swamps that flood in the rainy season, and then they vanish when the land dries. When that happens, the lungfish does something almost unbelievable. As the mud starts to crack and the water disappears, the lungfish burrows down into the soft earth. It uses its mouth and fins to dig itself a small chamber. It begins to secrete mucus, a slimy coating that hardens into a thin cocoon, and inside the fish curls up, leaving just a tiny hole to the surface for breathing. Then everything slows down. Its heart rate drops, its body temperature lowers, it stops eating, and it lives off its own stored energy. This suspended state is called estivation, kind of like hibernation but for dry, hot conditions. In this quiet pause, the lungfish can stay alive for months, even up to 4 years, just waiting for the rain to return. When it finally does, when the first drops hit the earth, the rivers swell again, the cocoon softens, the fish stirs and breaks free from the mud and swims back up into the flooded world as if nothing had happened. The African lungfish is sometimes called a living fossil, but that name doesn't mean it's primitive. It means it is perfectly adapted for survival. That same adaptation that lets it breathe air today may be the one that helped our earliest ancestors take their first steps onto land.